Welcome to High School Corner, home of the Spreading Eagles. Brought to you by the Lake Placid Football Dynasty. Mark Laser One here, and it is time for the state playoffs, or as we call it, the round of eight. The 8 remaining teams that'll be going head to head in playoff action. Okay, let me see. The first game was between the Rams and the Minutemen. Minutemen being the home team. And this was a pretty tight game. Mostly defense. Started off with a low scoring game, picked up towards the end. It was starting to look like a blowout. And then Minutemen were able to make a little run late in the game. And it turned out to be a classic. It was pretty good. 24-21. It was a shocking game. People was expecting the home team to pull it out, but as you can see, the Rams was up for the challenge. Okay, the second game, we had Portland, the Bulldogs taking on the Vikings. This one was, I believe, was the lowest scoring game. We was expecting that quarterback for the Vikings, Gore, to light up the scoreboard, but Portland really kept them in check. Really kept the quarterback in check. I think he had a couple of big runs, but he just really couldn't get loose, and he really couldn't find the receivers. So that they really had a good game plan for this quarterback. Portland came into the dome and was able to pull off the upset. It was a close game all the way through. Low scoring, as I said before. That bomb just before the half was the turning point in the game. But all along, the road team was able to come into the dome and take the Vikings down, which has not happened all season. Regular season, that is. So the Bulldogs will be moving on to the next phase. They'll be taking on the Rams. Defensive struggle. I like those kind of games. Alright. Moving on, we got the Wildcats taking on the Panthers of Waterville. This promises to be the best game out of the round of 8. It turned out, however, to be the worst game, as this one turned into a blowout. The Panthers was just not up for this game. No, it was a home game, but sometimes the home team can be have more distractions than the visiting road team, and it showed in this one. The Wildcats was like, it was like they came ready to play, and Panthers, oh, it's just like they just going through the motion. Definitely their worst performance of the season. Although they tried to make a valiant effort late in the fourth quarter, they just couldn't. Stop the Wildcats. They were just on. They were just on point the entire time.
But I think making adjustments and changing the game plan because their star didn't deliver.
And so the Wildcats move on to the next round, the round of 4. Ever so close to that title. You can see, it was not meant to be for Waterville. Moving on to the final game of the round of 8, as Winslow taking on Thornton Academy, and this game was awesome. It was amazing. Just when you thought one team was going to win it, then you thought the other team was going to win it, and it was just wild and crazy from start to finish. A lot of offense, a little defense, some overtime, and it was just an awesome game to watch. And going back and forth for a little while. And
Amazing.
Winslow, they finally pulled it out at the end.
What a thrilling end for these guys.
Went for 2. Got the extra point. Walked away with the victory.
That does it for this edition of
It's an awesome game.
Football 14.
Joe Biden, next to playoff games in the championship, is just as exciting. 41-39. As you can see, 4 overtimes. 4 overtimes. All right, now looking at the bracket so far, we got the Rams taking on the Bulldogs. Got the Wildcats taking on Winslow in the round of 4. Winners play in the state championship. So that's recapping the playoffs for this week. We'll see you next week on part 2 of the playoffs, as we'll be doing the round of 4. Winners go to the championship. So we see you then.